Right around when COVID was kind of midway through, nobody was going to the offices anymore, and I just decided that I needed a place to work, that it was a space that's mine, that I don't need to set up all my gear on the dinner table at home, but that when I kind of set stuff up, I can leave it there, and when I come back, it's all in the same position. So I kind of thought, well, I don't really want to rent a space, and then I decided that it would be really cool to be like really mobile. And that kind of led me down the path of looking at vans. And I found this van, and I just started working in it. It was just an empty shell, and I just put a couple boxes in the back to sit on and just had my laptop, and that was that was the beginning of my mobile office. This is a 2009 Nissan Interstar. It's also a Reault Master. They're sold under the same name, but the more common one is the Renault, but this is actually the Nissan version. No difference at all between the two. I chose this because Nissan and Renault are a lot cheaper to fix than Mercedes, and the Mercedes Sprinter, the one that most people choose for camper vans, I just can't even imagine paying that much to service and fix on a regular basis. All right, so this is my mobile workspace. I'm mostly working in video production, so I kind of need like a decent computer setup with 2 screens usually, and some other specific hardware. So the first thing I built in here was just this table. It was basically, I built the floor and this wall, and then I put a table on it, and that was it. And I have my laptop here, and I spent like a lot of time in here just like thinking like, how do I want this to be? What would work the best like for my situation? Everything in here has been built for function. There's nothing in here that's overly polished and sexy looking. This is there's no sink, there's no built-in stove, because this is about making this as easy and as usable as possible. And in Finland we have super cold winters with like -20 Celsius, and I didn't want anything that might freeze in here that I would have to deal with later that might become a problem. And so no pipes, no sink. I do have this water jug with this nifty little tap on the side, and that's all I need. I have also a gas stove that's down here in this bottom drawer, and I just put it up here on the table. And when I want to cook, I can cook right here. That's fine. I don't need anything more than that. Nothing needs to be permanent in here. I also built this kind of like that everything is a little bit modular. So if I want to change something, things are a little less permanent in here, which I think is all right. For instance, I have this problem that I figured out with these, that if I wanted to make these open, if they open up, they're kind of in the way of the bench over here. And if they open down, then they're laying in the floor, so you are walking on them. And then if there's no way for them to open horizontally, because then they just block the whole way. So what I did was I didn't attach them at all, and I just made these little hooks in here so that there's this rubber bungee cord that keeps it up there, and then you can just take this whole thing off. And it's the same with that one down there. And down here I have my battery, and this powers everything in the back. This is the leisure battery. This is an EcoFlow River Max, I think, and it's 520 watt hours. And everything is just plugged into here. And I didn't build my electrical system permanently into the van with all of this kind of, solar controller and all this kind of stuff. It's all built in to this. This will accept solar power. It has an inverter for 230 volts like output. It also has DC out 12 volts USB ports on the front if I need them. You know, it has this nifty little light right here if you need that in an emergency. But the idea is that, you know, if I want to upgrade at some point, I don't need to rip everything out and rewire it all. I just unplug everything, buy a new one, put it in, plug it all back in, and it works. And that powers, you know, my lights. I have a light there. I have this light here. Powers my screens. I can actually do about 8 hours of work with these screens and my laptop running here. No problem at all. It will also power my diesel heater, which is right down there. And I can do about 5 to 6 hours with everything in here running. I might need to upgrade the battery at some point, but for now, I'm happy with all this. Then this is where all my camping gear lives. I have that packed full. All of these are for storage. There's all kinds of things up here. This also comes up for storage. There's some stuff down there as well. This is not just for work, but kind of, it is for work. It's also for leisure. It's also that, you know, if I want to go and do a job somewhere like many cities away, then I can stay the night in the van. So I can either sleep here on this bench, which is fine. It's like camping. Then if I want to take the kids somewhere and we need a bit more sleeping space, I'll show you how this works. This folds out like this. Oops. And then one more mattress under here. And that is a big bed. Very comfortable, by the way. Slept a few nights in here, and I'm very happy with this. And there are a lot of things in here that are unfinished, like this. I haven't insulated the doors at all. Same with the sliding door. And I haven't, you know, there's little details that are undone. I haven't even like finished the roof. There's still like the insulation foam there showing through. This above the cab there is where all my tools live. And that should probably at some point have a door on it, but it doesn't right now. All right, well that's it. That's it for my 2009 Nissan Interstar / Reault Master mobile workspace.